What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with James Z. Today, I'm going to go over that IPO that just came out today, Airbnb. You feel me? I put out a video about Airbnb a couple days ago. So I just want to go over the technical analysis on what happened, and exactly what happened is what I said was going to happen, man. So, but before I go over that, please hit that like, please subscribe if you haven't already. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just doing this for financial entertainment because I love researching and reviewing anything stock market related. So that being said, man, let's just get right into it. You feel me? Look at this. It was supposed to IPO at $56 to $60 range. It opened up already ridiculous. As you can see here, I believe it opened in like the 80 range. But look, 140 all the way to 60, then dropped to 140, and now maintaining in the 140s. I mean, that pretty much almost tripled what they said they're going to IPO for. And I had a feeling that was going to happen because so many people want to pile up on this because it is such a huge global brand. Everybody knows Airbnb, man. So, that was the one thing I was scared about, hopping in this, knowing that there's a high demand for this stock, and it would cause that catalyst alone of how global this brand is was going to cause it to propel extremely higher than what they were going to IPO for. So, man, just going over that in general, just understanding that catalyst. As you can see, let's see. Here it goes right here. News. Right here, Airbnb is expected to price its shares above its already increased target range, according to people familiar with the matter. In yet another sign to exuberance in the IPO market, the San Francisco home rental startup is expected to set for a price for the IPO Wednesday. Earlier this week, it boosted its price target from 56 and 60 range a share. As you can see, the expected price indicates Airbnb would be valued at more than $42 billion based on a fully diluted share count and including proceeds to the offering, which is expected to raise excess of $3.3 billion. Airbnb executives and underwriting team will be closely watching how DoorDash Inc. stock trades in its debut Wednesday, the other big IPO for the week. San Francisco food delivery company priced its shares far above the boosted price range Tuesday. DoorDash notched a valuation of $39 billion on a fully diluted basis, including proceeds. Look at Airbnb leaning towards $67 to $68 an IPO. So they had raised it again, man. The first they were in the 50s, then they're in the 60s, now they're in the high 60s, and look at that shit. It fucking went parabolic to 165. That's exactly what I said in the video that I made about Airbnb and watching it. Just the high demand of what people, you gotta take it from a mass psychology perspective of this is such a huge global brand that an average retail investor that doesn't really do his research or know anything about the stock market, they're just gonna jump in at all costs, and it's that fear of missing out. FOMO takes over where you're saying, oh my God, this is up already $165. I need to buy now because this thing could be at $1,000. It's kind of that mentality. And that thing could take over and they play games on you, man. Trading and investing psychology is extremely important subject to study. If you're ever getting involved in the stock market, if you're a beginner in the stock market or learn anything stock market related, be sure to study investing and trading psychology. Behavioral science in the market. It is very important. So again, man, we're trading at $144 when it's saying that it wanted to IPO in the 60s. So that's trading more than double the share price that it originally wanted to come out, that it valued itself at. Obviously, people are pricing in future expectations, which is expected. But that's exactly what I said. I was thinking it was going to have a huge run up because of everybody that wanted to pile in. The supply and demand ratio, and the demand was going to be high because it is such a big global conglomerate, huge company, that we were going to see a massive push potentially in the hundreds, potentially more, which is what happened. And then now it's basing in the 140s and it's consolidating in the 140s, which is still twice as much as what it said it was going to be IPOing for. So again, man, if me personally wanted anything to do with this stock, I would wait to let it formulate some kind of pattern because it's still way too early for me to even judge this thing. So I'm just going to wait for it to formulate a pattern. But it's already at a higher price range that I would expect, because I could still see this dropping, because everybody that wants to collect their profit, you got to realize that all the shares that were dumped in for these people that already own shares of the company, that were in it when it was privately held, all this is a profit, especially if they had it IPOing for the $60 range. IPOing it at the $60 range was a profit for them already in general. So the fact that it's already at these levels, anything from here down to 60, they're still collecting profit from it. So you have to put that in perspective when you're looking at this thing. It could still very well much just climb and keep running. That could very well happen. But it also could very well drop back down to that $50 and $60 range when someone decides to sell a shitload of shares all at once and just wipe everybody out. I've seen that happen as well. So again, just something to be cautious about if you're interested in Airbnb. The games, the manipulation games that are played, the huge demand for this stock with retail investors. Everyone's just piling in right now because it just IPO'd. So you have to watch out for these games that are being played, because the big fish in the markets that are holding, multi-millions and $1 billion worth of shares, they could wipe you all out in one. Just like as you see here, you see a huge drop when it hit 165. Boom, that's a huge sell-off. Someone just collected a shitload of profit. So you feel me? That's just how the game is played. If you're talking big money, you could buy, even small money. $1 million isn't nothing to these guys. So you could buy, $100 million worth of shares right here at 143. Pushes up here. That's $20 a share. Let's say you bought $143. So let's say you bought 1 million shares at $143 million. Okay, boom, pops up here. You just made 20 grand. Sell it all. You just made $20 million all within these matter of minutes. Sell it all off. It's a huge game. Who don't want to make $20 million in a matter of 10 minutes? You know what I'm saying? And that's the game that's being played. And you can very much get caught up in the manipulation of it if you don't really know what you're doing. So again, man, just a quick review on Airbnb and my thought process on this IPO and what I see for today. Massive move, just like I expected it to do, because of the high demand, because it's such a globally dominant brand. So you feel me? I appreciate it if you watch this video to this part. You feel me? Please hit that like button again. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you want to talk anything stock market related. If you want to talk about Airbnb and your thoughts on Airbnb, please let me know, man. I'm always open to hear what other people got to say. I'm very open to any conversation when it comes to stock market, finance, mindset. You feel me? Any topic in that nature, I'm very open to talk to anybody about. So if you leave a comment, man, I'll reply as soon as possible. Again, man, I appreciate y'all watching this video. You feel me? But that's going to be it on Airbnb. Just a quick review on what I've seen in the IPO, and just a few warnings on what to come. So again, man, this thing could very much drop, or it has the potential to keep running, man. You just never know. Until I start seeing a actual chart pattern formulate, I'm going to stay away from this thing, because it's going to have huge swings because of the demand issue that it's having with everybody wanting a piece of this action. So again, man, that's going to be it for today. Airbnb popping, man, 165 off of a $50 to $60 fucking IPO. Crazy, man, crazy. So, man, that's going to be it for today. Airbnb, crazy. You feel me? All right, man. Till next time. Peace.